Chapter 15, a revision chapter. The good news is there's no new grammar. The bad news is we've had a lot of grammar recently, so a revision of all this is not completely trivial. And the biggest thing which we are going to do in this revision chapter is make sure, look at the verbal paradigm. We know almost all of it at this point. There's still a few gaps, but we're almost there. And you can either watch the long form video and watch my students work through this, or you can test yourself, pause it at the beginning of every slide, see if you can form these things and see if they agree with what appears. So indicative present, positive and negative. This is not new at this point, but let's see. Okay. And the second conjugation, verb 2, palash, to know. There we go. Imperative. The gray forms that you see here, I'm just giving them for the sake of completeness, but we have not actually covered them in class yet. So the positive, negative forms, second and second singular and plural are. And second conjugation. There we go. Desiderative. I want to eat, I want to know. And to know. Okay. Past time for some past tense. Simple past one. Remember all the strange things that happen here? And second conjugation where the simple past tense one is easy to form. Okay, and finally the indicative simple past two, the more commonly used past tense form and the one that is easier to form. First conjugation and second conjugation. Okay, non-finite forms. Here you see in gray, you see that we still have some of these to learn. These are still coming in chapters to come. But the ones that we already know two infinitives, we already know two participles, and we already know two converbs. Can you form them? There we go. So we have also been looking at a number of derivational suffixes. A quick look again at adjectival derivational suffixes, where we've been looking at an and se, so, se, both of which are fully productive, so they can be attached to any noun, but they are not interchangeable. So if we have tilde, a moon, for example, and we have tilsan, this would be having a moon. So that could be like, and tilde se would be lunar, on the moon. So we, for example, could have a tilsan kava, like a moony sky, a sky with a moon, and we could have like a tilde se ur, a squirrel that lives on the moon. And it is important to keep these suffixes separated, because if you do not, you might end up having tilsan ur. This is also still squirrel and a moon, but now suddenly the squirrel owns the moon because it has a moon, it possesses a moon. So be careful. Yeah, usage of adjectives as nouns. We have seen that we by conversion can use adjectives as nouns. We can have Samarik Vlak the young and Shongo Vlak the old, no problem at all. And we have now seen instructive forms in N being formed from verbs, from words of various word classes, from adjective sai, good, cyan, well. Whoops, this is supposed to be yol, from yol, foot, yolen, on foot. Kumit 3, kumiten, as 3. These collective numerals, we'll get back to those. Lut, the verb is to read, luden, reading. Yeah, and in syntax, we have met consecutive clauses. Ivuk was sick, and thus, so he couldn't come. And we have met conditional clauses. If the birds fly away, autumn is coming. Okay. So you can still look at the exercises, and if you are confident in the verbal paradigms we have met so far, you are already doing pretty well. We already know all the cases already, so as regards inflectional morphology, we're running out of it. Which is not to say that we're running out of things to learn, because we have only covered 15 of the 40 chapters at this point. Yeah, and the song of the week this week is Shosho Paget, as performed by the Mari artist Nadine. And that was chosen just due to the time frame in the class on which I was teaching, and that this course is based around, because spring was coming when we got to this part of the textbook. As you might see from the sweat in my face, spring is not currently coming. Spring has long gone. Okay, see you next week when we will be learning new things again.